Welcome to DengungMalam, voice from the darkness, stories that never sleep. Are you alone right now? Or do you just think you are? If you're into spine-chilling stories, true eerie legends, and mysterious whispers from places long forgotten, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a single scream in the dark. And tell us in the comments, have you ever heard a story so strange it refused to be forgotten? Because tonight, you're about to hear one. Let the darkness begin. Have you ever heard about an island in Sulawesi that was deliberately erased from all digital maps? Not because of a disaster, but because of something far more terrifying. The island is now empty, but its shadow still lives on. This story will leave you wondering, if the island really doesn't exist, why are there still people who claim to have been there? Don't skip this, you might be listening to the most mysterious story of the year, brought to you by DengungMalam. Without further delay, let's go straight into the story. In the middle of the calm Sulawesi Sea, there was once a small island that no longer appears on Google Maps, or any map at all. People called it Pulau Kosong, the empty island, because no life remains, only shadows that come at night. But once, that island was inhabited. There were once 37 souls living on that island. But in a single night, they all vanished. No trace, no sound, only one fisherman ever returned. He didn't speak, he didn't laugh, he didn't sleep. He only drew, a black faceless shadow standing on the shore, watching, silently. Have you ever scrolled through a digital map and found a vast stretch of ocean, completely empty, no signs of life, no islands, no names, just deep blue silence? But did you know? Somewhere in the Sulawesi Sea, there used to be a marked point, a small island once recorded in the local fishermen's sea charts. But now, it's gone. The island no longer exists on any map, as if it never existed. But strangely, the stories about it are only growing, not from the media, but from whispers, from people who claim to have been there, or worse, lost someone to it. Its name is Pulau Kosong. Not because it was always empty, but because now it truly is. Silent, cold, lifeless. But the strangest part is, from this empty island, shadows began to appear. When I was a kid, I first heard this story from my grandfather. He was an old fisherman living on the southern coast of Sulawesi. One night, the power went out and the waves were crashing loudly. He sat beside me lighting a cigarette. His eyes didn't look at me. They stared far off into the pitch-black sea. "Do you hear that sound?" he asked softly. I did. There was a whisper, or a faint hiss, but it wasn't the wind. It was more like a voice from within the water. "That," Grandpa said, "comes from the island that was erased from the map. Once people lived there, many, but now, not a single soul remains." I asked, "Why, Grandpa?" He paused. His eyes welled up with tears. His hand trembled. The cigarette shook as he took a drag. "Because they were called by something you can't see," he answered. "Elders say the island used to be home to about 30 or so people, mostly fishermen, the rest seaweed farmers. It was a small, unknown island, but enough to live on. Kids played on the sand. Mothers dried fish. Fathers pulled in nets. No electricity, no signal, but peaceful. Until one night, a new fisherman came to the island. A stranger. He said his boat broke down and asked for shelter. The villagers welcomed him with open arms, but after he arrived, many said they heard strange sounds near the shore, crying voices, but no one was there. Days later, animals grew restless. The chickens refused to sleep. The dogs barked at the sea every night. Even the fish vanished from the waters. The villagers didn't suspect much until the 5th night. The stranger disappeared. He left no belongings behind, but his footprints were still there, leading into the ocean. No footprints returning. That same night, the sky dimmed, though there were no clouds. The usually bright moon looked veiled by a black fog. Everything went silent. No crickets, no waves, not even the wind. Then, all the villagers' oil lamps went out at the exact same time. The next morning, a man named Pak Jolly woke up early to fish. He walked toward the dock and saw something terrifying. Every house was empty. He thought maybe the others were on the hill, but no one was there. No voices, no footprints, not a single other person remained. He was alone, on the island. He ran to the dock, got on his boat, sailed as far as he could. When he arrived at the nearest port on the mainland, he was found collapsed. His hands were bleeding, his lips torn, but his eyes vacant, like he had seen something that defied explanation. People took him to a clinic, but he couldn't talk. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't sleep. He just sat and drew. Every day, he drew the same thing, a tall, thin, pitch-black figure standing on the beach. No face, no eyes, no mouth. But somehow, it looked like it was calling. Since then, no one dared to return to that island. Several rescue teams were sent, but all came back pale. They said the island was empty, but they felt watched, constantly, every step, every breath. And strangely, months later, the island's name vanished from all maps. Even on Google Maps, the coordinate that once existed turned into empty sea. Locals believe it wasn't a glitch, it was a warning. Years later, a young YouTuber decided to go. He brought a drone, cameras, full equipment. His last video? Just 2 minutes. A shot of the calm sea, then sudden chaos. The camera fell, and a soft whisper could be heard. Don't look back. The video was taken down immediately. His channel disappeared, but some netizens who downloaded it claimed they've felt watched ever since. And my grandfather, he was the last person to see Pak Jolly before he disappeared too. He said, the night before, Pak Jolly finally spoke. Just one sentence, soft, cold as ice. He said he doesn't like being photographed. That was the last thing Pak Jolly ever said before walking to the dock, and he never returned. As for me, I still don't know if I believe it all. But every time I open the map and look at that vast, empty sea, I get chills. Because even if we can't see the island, doesn't mean the island can't see us. Thank you for listening to this chilling story from DengungMalam. Your time, your curiosity, and your courage to stay until the end mean everything to us. Every second you spend here helps us keep the spirit of storytelling alive. We truly appreciate your presence in this growing community of horror lovers from around the world. If this story gave you goosebumps, or made you look over your shoulder just once, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to DengungMalam for more real-sounding horror narratives. Got chills? Got questions? Or maybe you've heard a legend like this before. Share your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. And who knows? Your story might just be the next one we bring to life.